Happy Wednesday, everybody. My name is Nick Bonner for TreeStuff.com. I'm joined by Cale Royer and a good friend from Petzl, Rudy Rutemiller. Rudy, how are you?
Hey, happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Nick.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've got a big product launch today. We're going to talk about some stuff that Petzl and TreeStuff have done together. But we also have an agenda. Cale, what's on our agenda today?
So first things first, we're going to talk with our old buddy Rudy Rutemiller about pretty much everything Petzl, and then also some new things that are coming out that we get to announce. Not to spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil it.
It's a new Pantene, and I couldn't be more excited.
Okay, I guess you're going to spoil it then. So yeah, we're going to talk about that.
What's new about it?
We'll go over one of the our categories that we have going on the website right here. Along with that, also Nick went to Charlotte for the Charlotte. Got some pictures, got some good video. So we're going to talk a little bit about how that went. We've also got a new rope resources section that we're going to talk about a little bit, as well as ISA certification, why you need it, how you can get it, what's important about it, and then at the very end, what we do every week is give out some money to at least 3 people. So we're going to give away $300. However we split that up, it's supposed to be 3 people. Sometimes Nick says, well, let's just give it to everybody, and then I have to make a whole bunch of coupon codes.
It's free money. Everybody likes that.
But yeah, we'll stick around to the end for that because we've got a couple interesting ones. So first off, Rudy, who are you?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, bud.
I am Rudy. I like cycling, as you can see in my background. I have a couple of wheels. I got the bikes on the trainer for the winter. It's cold here in Salt Lake City, where I am. So I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is home base for Petzl America, which is US and Canada. And I am our Senior Director of Sales and Marketing. So I cover all markets for Petzl. Thank you.
Rudy, that's a big deal that you're the Senior Director for Petzl, because you were an arborist. Like, you didn't start as a business guy. Tell us a little bit about that journey and what happened. Like, you can just snap your fingers, right? You were an arborist. How did you get to Petzl? How did you get where you are?
Yeah. It's a great question, Nick. I went to Virginia Tech for college and started engineering and didn't like it, and looked at all of the different majors you could do, and I saw forestry and recreation management, and I was like, that sounds pretty fun. I want to do those. So I went through our urban forestry program, learned all the biology and everything that is on the ISA exam, and then started working for Bartlett Tree Experts in California and started at the ground. So first day, I wore a collared shirt, and I was picking up sticks for the first day, and many days after that too. So really started from the ground and figuratively and literally learning the ropes from having kind of this book knowledge from college, but not knowing how to start a chipper on day one. So it was really humbling starting on the ground, and did that for a while. Kind of climbed for a year and a half on and off here a bit, just enough to be dangerous, but not to be a great climber by any means. And then after that, went into a sales role at Bartlett. So I had a territory, did that for a while, did really well, but had a pretty terrible work-life balance, I would say, which was my own fault, not Bartlett's fault. And started looking at brands whose stuff I used and whose stuff I really liked, and lo and behold, Petzl had a sales management position, and Petzl at the time, that was 2017, and they didn't have anybody in-house at Petzl America with any tree care specific knowledge. So it was a good fit from the sales side, the management side, and the tree care side too. So that's where it all started, and tree care is still my favorite sub-market. Petzl does everything from rock climbing to telecommunication, tower climbing, and window washing and running and all sorts of things. But the tree care folks are not because I'm only on the show, but that's because where I come from, and I think arborists are a unique breed. So I'm always
That
happy to
is
do
so
these things.
that is so cool. And we are so lucky as arborists. The whole industry is lucky to have an arborist at the helm of Petzl North America. It could have been anybody. It could have been some business nerd or a rock climber or, but like you're looking out for arborists. And I mean, do you pinch yourself? Because like Petzl is the best vertical company ever. Like full stop. No more
Yeah.
words needed.
Well, thanks for that. It is. It's always fun. I got to take a step back, and whenever we have people visit the building, people are always like, "Oh, this is crazy," and it's an awesome building and a great place to be. And
It is
you guys
crazy.
have been here to do videos, and yeah, every once in a while I got to pinch myself to say, yeah, it's a pretty awesome place to work.
Rudy's like, this is just a place I ride my bike to every day. Uh, um, that's really cool. So you're an arborist. You now are managing all of the sales side of Petzl. We've got a really exciting product launch to talk about. Um, Tell us a little bit about what is in Utah. What do you guys have there? Tell us a little bit about the PTI, about the building, and the whole installation.
Sure. So we're in a specifically built building that was built in 2014, really close to the airport, like 10, maybe 15 minutes from the airport in Salt Lake. And um, we at Petzl America are responsible for sales and distribution in our local education, as in US and Canada there. So we have the warehouse in the back that has a really cool warehouse management system, and all of the product that y'all use flows through that warehouse for US and Canada. So that's a big part of the building. Another big part of the building is the Petzl Technical Institute, or PTI as we call it. And it has a big climbing wall on the front side for all the recreational stuff and doing rock climbing lunch laps. And then the sides and the back is kind of where our magic happens, where we have a big pole that we can rig a bunch of 2x4s and more or less have a pretty solid working tree to do some climbing and some redirects, and even working on spikes. We can do a handful of different things on that section. And then we got a section for like traditional rope access and ropes hanging everywhere in a little confined space section. And the fun part is when you combine everything and you act like you're in a tree, and then you have to go down into a hole or work on a roof or something, and kind of combined all of the props that we have.
There are some training centers in Europe that are pretty impressive, but there is nothing in the United States that holds a candle to the PTI or to the Petzl building. And I just think it's so cool that you guys train people on all different types of equipment and techniques. You have sprat training there, arborist trainings. We've hosted a TreeStuff party there last year, which we're planning to do again, hopefully next year. As well as we've done a bunch of different webinars from the PTI. You can find those on our YouTube channel. Petzl is our most prolific video producer. Did you know that, Rudy?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we have
Great.
more Petzl titles than any other brand, and that's because of the commitment that the Petzl team has made to the audience, right? To building all that video with us, to inviting Cale and I out to your facility so many times. So there's a ton of content from the PTI on our YouTube channel. There's also some really cool videos that show the warehouse that you can find. We did a video on tool straps with the warehouse behind us, and we can see that giant like 3-story picking robot that you guys have. We actually just got the same brand of picking robot in Greensboro,
Oh,
and
cool.
we have 2 of them, but they're much smaller, and they just house like all of our little items. So like things that are like smaller than a carabiner, and there's thousands of them, and it's really cool. I want to talk about a new product that's launching next year. Petzl has been making core verticality devices, ascenders, Jumars, things like the Gree, the Mini and Protraction. I mean, these are like ubiquitous items. And in a lot of senses, you guys have been knocked off, right? I mean, like the Protraction or the Mini Traction was the first cam assisted auto stopping pulley, whatever you want to call it. And now everybody makes that stuff, right? The Gree was the first brake assisted cam, like eccentric cam belay device. Now everybody's doing that. In the same respect, the Pantene, and I have one of the OGs here, is like the foot ascender in my opinion. Like when this got discontinued, this model, Rudy, I actually started trading people anything they wanted for these. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of this model, but you guys, I think, set the standard for the foot ascender that everyone has followed. In my hand here, I have the original Pantene. What I loved about this was that it didn't have a lock, but that it could be locked, right? Take a carabiner. This is an Ang S, and simply slide it in here. And now this is locked. It can't come undone. Easy enough to get done. But you could slip it on, slip it off. This was awesome. Then the new Pantene came out, and I mean, look at how much smaller you can like completely hide it with the other one. This one was way smaller, but it didn't have any method to lock. Can you tell us about that, Rudy? I mean, was there a reason? What was the response in general? What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Pantene was originally made for cavers, actually. So that's the original history of Petzl. Fernand Petzl, company's founder, was a big caver, and he needed a foot ascender to ascend ropes out of caves. So that's why the first one was so big and bulky and durable, I would say, and you could add the locking mechanism with a carabiner or not. I think the idea with the second version that you showed was to make it a lot smaller for more like super lightweight rope accessy folks. And those folks are ascending ropes all day, every day, very similar to arborists, but they have really, really good technique. Not like arborists don't have good technique, but to be a rope access technician, you go through a formal training like SPRAD or IRAD or anything. So people have really good technique. And even though Pantenes aren't that used in rope access, the ones that do don't need a catch, essentially. Yeah, they don't out because their technique is really good. So you could always add the catch to the Pantene.
That's right.
But you had to buy it separately. A little bit of a pain to install. So that's maybe a little more history on that one than you needed. But you could always add the catch, like you can see that black piece in that picture there. Yeah, right there.
So now we have a new Pantene coming, the Pantene Click, and it's not just a Pantene with a lock. Oh yeah, there it is. No, listen, I am way too excited about a foot ascender, Rudy. Here's the thing. If you're in the chat, tell us what's wrong with every foot ascender that you've tried, right? And like what we see people trying to improve, they're like, oh, I'm going to put a wheel on it and reduce drag. I'm going to change the lock. I'm going to make the lock different. You guys added a lock, very simple. I don't think there's really anything special about the lock. Can you flip to the image of the locking mechanism, Cale? Yeah, right. Basic thumb catch, pretty simple operation. I'm not missing anything there.
Yeah, you can leave it open if you want to, or you can still remove it, but it's the same catch as the existing one. It's just going to come on the Pantene Click, and like you said earlier, it's like Petzl often like sets the stage, and then other people make similar versions of it, which is business, and I totally respect that, and that forces us to up our game. And what we did here was we tried to solve the problem of the foot ascender moving when it's on your foot.
Yeah, and let me tell you, you have left every foot ascender in the dust. If you bought a foot ascender this year, I am so sorry. It's obsolete. Like when this comes out, you have I mean, who likes having their foot ascender go from like here on their foot to to here? It's terrible.
We still need to sell foot ascenders.
No. Just wait for this one. This is gonna be like the foot. I'm serious. This is like, and like every climber that climbs SRS uses a foot ascender, and most that are climbing MRS. This is so exciting. Cale, let's look at this. What are you calling this black piece on the opposite side, Rudy? It probably has a really cool name, right?
The ratchet strap system.
Ooh,
we need to come up with a better name.
Let's call it the anterior ratcheting operational placement aid.
So
that's perfect. Patent.
So for people on the podcast that can't see what we're talking about here.
Oh yeah, describe it, Cale.
I would say this is a locking rollerblade style of of ratchet that locks down to a nice little hard plate that's going to just immediately, you can cinch that thing down depending, no, it doesn't matter what kind of shoes you're wearing, what kind of boots, and just does that click, 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 snap it down, and it's locked on. So it's...
But it also stops the sharing of the strap, right? It's in
Yeah.
a way that like modern spurs have like set like a heel placement. This keeps like all three components of like the triangle, right? So if we think of like heel cup distance, bridge of foot distance, and stirrup distance, it keeps all those perfectly set. And then that anterior operational placement aid, whatever we're calling it, is gonna like grip. I'm sold. I can see it immediately. I know it's gonna work. And like, look at it, because now you're getting it tight. The thing with these foot ascenders is to tighten it, you have to pull back, right? So to tighten a double back, you have to introduce slack in order to pull it. Therefore, there's like sit back in a climbing system, right? Like it's always going to be a little too loose. Whereas this, when you flip that ratchet, you're taking that last bit out of it, just like a ski boot or a rollerblade.
Yeah, 100%. And then to undo it as well, you have a yellow button on it that you can click and then undo the ratcheted part of it, or think of it as like a progress capture, really. So you ratchet it down and you're capturing the progress, and it's going to stay there until you manually click that lever to undo the tension.
I totally skipped this Pantene, Rudy. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been using these the whole time, right? Anytime I'm not talking about another foot ascender, I'm using this one for sure. And nothing has taken this place. I don't need these anymore. I'm so excited for this. What a cool item. I mean, I love that instead of just like adding the catch or like changing something simple, you guys totally rethought, how is this attached to the foot? How can we improve that? Climbers everywhere are going to love it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people here are pretty excited about it. Thank you for inventing this, Rudy. We know it was you.
Great job, dude.
Good job. But
it wasn't me. It was our engineers.
Yeah. Seems like it'll be a lot easier and faster to put on, take off as well. Which, and every time, doesn't matter what boots you're wearing, it's going to cinch down exactly the same. So it is cool. And who is going to be selling this? Do we know?
We'll have it here. It's going to be available in right and left. And it's coming out when, Rudy? We're thinking March, April-ish timeline?
Do we want a drum roll? Can we get a drum roll?
Are we allowed to do the drum roll? I wasn't going to drum roll on this call. I was just getting people hyped for it.
I don't have like an animation or anything.
We'll leave that. There's more to come, but it's coming in March or April, right?
Yeah. Springtime for sure. Should be March, and you'll be able to find it at TreeStuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the first and last place you'll need to look for it for sure.
As always.
There was a question. We got an emailed question, Cale.
Yes.
And
Let
it
me
was,
see if I can
for
pull...
Rudy, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Sorry, Andrew Davies says, "Hi, y'all. I'm abroad, so I can't call, but I wanted to send a question." Andrew, thank you for emailing us a question. You can email live@treestuff.com with any questions you have, and we'll read them on the show. I'm fairly new to tree climbing, and I'm going to be working in somewhat remote areas. I'm looking to assemble a set of climbing gear that I can hike with fairly readily. I'll be installing the canopy. I'll be accessing the canopy to install camera traps. I'm going to pause really quick. You should look into, my man, what's called Discovering the Canopy, and contact my man David Anderson. He climbs a lot on Petzl gear, which is just an interesting coincidence. But he does exactly what you're talking about and can give you a bunch of like really specific info. Any recommendations for a single rope setup for this? The work is going to be in the tropics, and I'll have one person with me on the ground. Looking to place an order before the sale ends. Well, I guess we have to talk about the sale at some point today. But Rudy, let's what do you think? What is a good SRS setup for someone in this situation?
I mean, so if you take David Anderson's example, like you said, he climbs on a lot of Petzl stuff and crazy tall trees in the tropics, and using a zigzag and a chicane gives you a whole lot of options. So you can slap the chicane on your zigzag, and you can ascend and descend in the stationary rope system. But if you need to reach a really weird part of the canopy that, as a new climber, you might want to move to a moving rope system to do that, you can slap the chicane off, work that, get out to the tip in a moving rope system that might be more comfortable for a newer climber, or even some veteran climbers are kind of maybe going back to MRS a little bit there. So a zigzag has that compatibility of doing both. I think that's a great way to do it. Get yourself a Pantene. You can, so maybe the last thing on the Pantene is, if you have the current version, you can get the strap. We are going to sell that separately, and you can kind of retrofit your existing Pantene with it. So I'd say grab a Pantene, and then a knee ascender as well. I mean, Petzl knee ascend system. We'll have a new knee ascender next year as well. And those are really the three main things you need.
You can turn that page off for me now, Cale. I've been getting some nasty emails. Thanks, Rudy. Anyways, that's some inside baseball. Yeah, I think the zigzag and the Pantene is awesome. Zigzag chicane combo is awesome. The zigzag is by far the smoothest climbing device ever created. The ability to take one pinky and just press down on that upper chain link and modulate your speed, like literally effortlessly, is unmatched. No other device is as smooth, or I think just as intuitive. It's a great system. I definitely echo what Rudy said about being able to switch from MRS to SRS with the same device. That's going to be a really good setup for you. Rudy, we've had you on a little bit past time. Really appreciate you joining today, sharing the new Pantene Click. That's going to be really exciting for the industry. Is there anything you wanted to add? Anything about Petzl that you wanted to mention that we didn't get to cover?
I'd say just watch out for some new products outside of the Pantene Click for next year as well. And obviously, everybody on this call is big TreeStuff fans. I'm a big TreeStuff fan. I've bought stuff from TreeStuff before. I don't get everything for free from working for Petzl, so if I need TreeStuff, I get it from TreeStuff as well. So big kudos to Nick and Cale. Thanks a lot, guys. You're awesome partners, and appreciate the time.
Let's have Kyle on the show maybe at the beginning of the year, maybe in January, and we'll have him go through the whole new product set, and we can get people jazzed for everything that's coming. Yeah?
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Awesome. Rudy, thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope you have a great Friendsgiving and get to spend a little time off this weekend.
Thanks, guys. You too. Happy holidays.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right.
So people ask me, they're like, man, you're so lucky you get to work at TreeStuff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? My friend Rudy works at Petzl.
Yeah.
Right?
That location
Petzl,
is
are you
so
hiring?
Cool.
Seriously. There aren't a lot of places I would leave TreeStuff for, but Petzl might be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Really cool place. Everybody there is just awesome. They all seem to have the exact same hobbies that you do, too.
They love riding bikes and climbing, right?
Riding bikes, climbing, skiing. Yeah, that's what that whole area is about as well. They tried to kill me last time I went down to Petzl by taking me downhill skiing.
You were great.
And yeah, hadn't done that since middle school. And whew, they're like, "Hey, let's go off and go through the trees."
It wasn't you that they were trying to kill; it was the people downhill.
They really were trying to kill you. What gear would you like to talk about now?
Oh my God, I was just going to ask you to talk about new gear. Let's take a spin through the new stuff section, and we will just pick a couple of things that look exciting.
I think we've pretty much done. So we've got a couple new Loa boots on here I didn't know about.
These are really cool. These are more of like a combat oriented or like for soldiers, but Loa is, and I say this a lot, but the only brand of boots that I have paid money for, like my own money, in the last decade. And I buy them at REI because sometimes we don't have the models that I want. But yeah, I love Loa. I think it's awesome.
Do you know if these are steel toe by any chance?
They are not, definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Loa Zephyr, the Loa Combat Boot, the Loa Breacher S. Those are cool. Do you know what's going on with the Clogger Zero Ultra Pants?
Those are a new UL rated version of the Clogger Ultra, and they have vents um, and are really nice. I think Clogger makes a really nice fitting pant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, we also just added the Brian Toss Marlin Spike, 5 inches. Not an exciting item, but if you like messing with rope, having a Marlin Spike is key. Um, Somehow this, 36 bucks, you're like, what am I getting here? You're getting a really nice piece of steel and a nice piece of wood. And this is actually a really cool tool. We had this on the website for a while, and then we got interrupted with supply and brought it back.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you are interested at all in splicing, you can get the TreeU splicing course, which is a bunch of videos on how to do your own splicing, and he talks through what you need. And one of those, I actually don't know if he says you need the Marling spike, but
you do.
it's very nice to have, and all the different fids and things like that.
Let's talk about the Arb Pro Delta climbing pants, and then we'll move on from new products for the day.
Arb Pro Delta climbing pants. All right.
These are nice. This is like a four-way stretch pant. These are reminiscent of kind of a cross between like a fanner pant, I would say, and maybe an Arbor Wear tech pant.
Mm-hmm.
I like that these come with these suspenders. I think that I'm a really skinny guy. I don't have big hips, so I always like wearing my pants a little baggier, and having them not fall down is nice. I like the tighter knee on these pants. They have kind of a Euro style fit, very technical looking, but without all the bright colors that make you maybe feel like a Power Ranger, or
Yeah.
you're gonna yell like Voltron Assemble or something. So
Adam Jones says that he just got a great deal on a pair of the Clogger pants that we talked about in a silent auction recently, and that they're really nice.
oh, nice.
So
I wonder if that was
already a straight up
Charlotte
review.
Arborist Association.
If you, Adam, go to treestuff.com/review and you send me a customer video review of your Arb Pro pants, I'll put it up here on the website for people to watch, and I
send
will
you some
also
money.
send you some TreeStuff money that you can use.
Kel, what's next on our agenda for today?
Is to go through a couple of things about our sale, because it is our Black Friday time, our Black Friday season. So if you go to the website, you will see everywhere Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday.
Let's just make this part really quick. We have a huge sale. There's big discounts. There are 500 top of the line flash sale items. You can use your coupon on top of it, and you can get $600 in free stuff. So every couple $100 that you spend, you get a new free item. You can get an SRS setup, a free grappling hook, a rope bag, a saw. There's tons of stuff. Just go to TreeStuff. You can't miss it on the website. Look, you need stuff. Now's probably the best offer of the year. Buy stuff now or wait, and you'll get a little less for your money next month, I guess. I don't know. That's all I want to say about the sale. That's not what we're here on the show for.
Charlotte TCC.
Oh, man. What an amazing event. Gia, who ran the event, it was her first time running the event. She knocked it out of the park. The Charlotte is one of the most famous comps in America. It was kind of the first off-book, non-ISA event. So they were running guts before the Ascent event started. In ISA, that's where they were allowing people to use single line and do rope walker setups. It's an incredible event. It was held at UNCC, University of North Carolina campus, which was just gorgeous. They had 50 just awesome climbers. Some of the big names that you expect, and then just a ton of people that you don't expect. This is my favorite picture of the whole show. I love it. That guy was a biologist and a birder, and he was just trying to convince his wife to let him do his own trees. That's why he was there. This woman had a really cool class. It was kind of like a live version of this book, actually. And she had a bunch of different trees where she was showing code it and different things that were happening. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's a crazy break on that. It looks like a section where there's some occluded bark in there and it's split, or maybe some lightning damage. I can't quite tell, but it's interesting. That would have been a fun one to look at. To
Nicole Carney,
go
she
to.
was really excited the whole time. But yeah, so we've got a ton of photos from the event. It was run over the course of 2 days plus an educational day. We shot a bunch of video while we were there. If you haven't been to a comp, uh, you should go to one. Cale, can you play the video that I sent you in Slack?
Oh no, I did not get that set up, but we will. We'll
That's fine.
post that.
Maybe
Soon.
next week.
Yeah.
But we're going to post a video of me running around acting foolish. And then, we're posting all of our event photos at treestuff.com/photos. We would love to attend your event and photograph it for you. You can find 2 albums on the Charlotte page. Cale, if you click on the Charlotte, you'll see kind of my top images, I thought, about 180 pictures, and then another one of about 400 or 500. If you just can't get enough, you want to see something else. But yeah, just a ton of fun. Really great to see old friends.
Yeah, if you were there, go see if you're in the pictures. Like, go check those out. Put them as your profile picture. Say, hey, wow, TreeStuff did a great job of taking headshots of me.
But if you did, it would be nice, I guess. The Charlotte, check that out. I don't know what comp we're going to be at next, but I've got Pendel on my radar in the spring, and maybe some other things before that. But keep checking back each week on the show, and we'll let you know what event we will be at next.
Yeah.
And we'll keep talking about past events that we've been at.
It looks like, so I believe this is the last Charlotte event of the year. So I don't know when the next one is, Small Fry 1999, but go ahead and you can find that just by searching the Charlotte Tree Climbing Competition.
Probably next year, but it's an annual event. They hadn't run it since before COVID. I'm really hopeful to see Gia and team out there again running it next year. They did, like I said, they did a really nice job.
Chris Alexander wants you to go to Geezers.
I'm thinking of Geezers in 27. I said I was going to do it in 26. I'm not. I'm sorry. I honestly just want special treatment. I don't want to wear a diaper. And I get that everyone probably wants special treatment. Cale, talk to us about some of the rope resources that we have available and how people can learn more about what rope to use and the differences.
Yeah, so we have a YouTube page, if that wasn't clear to everybody. We have over, what are we at? We're at over 2,500 videos on our YouTube page. We're really proud of it. And we're really proud of the fact that most of these are something educational, something informational. And so we have a playlist here of rope resources. And if you click on that, that's going to give you pretty much everything that we've done talking about ropes themselves. And that's everything from how to store a rope to these that I found are extremely helpful. The basics of arborist ropes, with the climbing rope construction, of actually talking through this is what a 12 strand means, this is what a 16 strand means, and this is how that's going to work better with different devices, different climbing styles, elongation, what that all means. And then if you are really interested and really want to get some good information, 31 Top Climbing Ropes Reviewed is where...
That's a great video.
Yeah, Nick sat down for... it was about 56 minutes. I cut it down to 39 minutes of talking with Oliver Kennedy from Sterling, who is a rope engineer there, and talking about what actually sets these ropes apart, and what you would use them for. Extremely great information. So yeah, you can find this and so much else on our YouTube channel.
Thumbnail images make me feel old, Cale. Like I've lost touch with like how the internet works. Like, is this what's necessary to get people to watch stuff now? Like, you can't just say, watch this video with full of good information. It's got to have like one of these like punchy things, huh? I mean, you're doing a great job with it. Don't get me wrong, but like, I guess there's like a whole generation of people that have like graduated college that I never met.
If you look at like what Mr. Beast does, he'll do alpha Bravo tests of his thumbnail images of like 16 to 20 times in like a couple hours after he posts. I don't do that. I just do one that is attention grabbing and bright colors. But yeah, people really get into that and doing a lot of crazy things.
There are a ton of great resources about rope, as well as pretty much anything we sell on the YouTube channel. Um, if you have a suggestion for something we don't have a video of, send it in to us, drop it in the chat. We'd be happy to expand on that. It's a holiday week, Cale, and I'm not going to lie to our audience. I'm punching out after this show, and I am pedal down to get this show done. So,
okay.
ISA certification. One of my biggest regrets is that I have not become an ISA certified arborist. And I'm sorry for that. It doesn't serve my existing job, which is why I haven't done it. Plus, I didn't spend a full 3 years in the field, so I needed like some special dispensation to get it. But yeah, I regret that I haven't done it yet, and I keep saying I'm gonna. But if I was a practicing arborist, there is no doubt in my mind that I would have completed my certification at this point. And essentially all the good arborists that I know are certified arborists, with some exceptions.
Yeah.
ISA certification, what is it? The ISA is the International Society of Arboriculture. They're a nonprofit. They have a website. They have how to find a certified arborist on there, where they list everyone that is a certified arborist. And people come to me a lot and they're like, Nick, can you recommend a tree trimmer for me? Like my cousins or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't have every tree trimmer in your town, but you should only hire a certified arborist. That's the advice I always give. Certified arborists are a relatively easy test to pass. It requires about 3 years in the field in order to become qualified. You pay a couple $100 and you pass the test and you become certified. Every 3 years, you need a certain number of continuing education units to recertify and keep your certification. And that's kind of the magic of what makes being a CA important, right? Is that you are enriching and continuing to build and develop your skill set. The exam covers everything from safety to climbing and rigging to tree selection, construction stress, installation, maintenance,
soil health.
Soil health or
soil
dirt.
Health is the part of the test that everyone, if you're going to fail the test, you did badly at soil health. So we have the Tree U Arborist Certification Prep course with Lindsay Purcell. Money back guarantee on that. It's videos that goes with the ISA study guide and kind of goes over step by step. Like these are kind of the questions that they're going to ask you about. And so there is also more than one certification that you can get. So like certified arborist is your basic step, and I believe it's either 3 or 4 years in the industry as an arborist, and then after that you keep that. You can go on. There's tree climber, there's aerial lift specialist, board certified master arborist, and tree risk assessment qualification are kind of like the very top there of like, you listen to the guys who have those. But
the place to start is with the certified arborist. That's the most valuable one. Your employer will give you a raise for sure if you get it, and if they don't, quit.
Yep. That's
full stop. Just quit. You should be getting at least $1, if not $2 or $3 an hour more for being a certified arborist. That's a no-brainer. And yeah, I shot some videos with some people, and they told me that like just going to the things to get CEUs, all the people that they met, and the network was really the most
invaluable
part. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it was just about like meeting other certified arborists and being a part of that like kind of exclusive team or club. It's really worth it. If you have questions on how to be a certified arborist, email us, media@treestuff.com or live@treestuff.com. And you know what? We'll help you figure it out. We'll point you in the right direction. More certified arborists makes our whole industry better. It's better for me. It's better for you. So yeah, if you need help with that, send us an email and we will get it done. Cale.
Yeah. David Vase, good job. He said he just got certified 2 weeks ago. Been climbing since 2002. So
nice job,
good
dude.
Job. Small fry, your next arboricultural goal. So cool. Good luck, everybody. And just keep studying and keep getting better at things. Keep learning.
Let's give away some money.
Money? Okay.
I got a turkey to cook, man.
All right. So let's go over exactly what this is real quick. TreeStuff.com/win. Each week we give away $300 in Tree Stuff cash. You guess what the image is up here. It's something off of our website, not anybody else's website. Put down what you think it is, and then we will give away. We're going to decide who gets the money. So this last week, we had this puppy.
Stein RC 1000.
Oof, it was the RC 2001.
That's what I meant.
So there we go. The 2001 down there, specifically with those double bollards. The 2000 doesn't have, well, it's definitely not the 2000. Somebody put the, which one? One of them is a little bit different here. Yeah, this only has the one. It's the 3000.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Give that guy $50, Cale.
50. Oh, that's another coupon code I gotta make.
Just give him the full amount then. It's okay.
All right.
They were.
I got 1, 2, 3, and 4 people. How do we want to choose?
Oh, just have them all win. That's okay.
All right. Okay. I guess we got
Save
$500 we're giving away here then.
Thank you so much for watching our show this week. I apologize for the rush format. My children do not have childcare this week, and they are alone in my house right now, and I need to go figure out what they've lit on fire or flooding. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I'm on PTO the rest of the day and the rest of the week, and I will be back on Monday to hit my desk. And I'm really excited for Black Friday. We have a huge sale. I don't know if we mentioned that. It's the best offer of the year. There's a ton of different details. $600 in free stuff, 15% off site-wide, double discounts on flash sales. Can't really shake a stick at any of that. It's a good offer.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with another show.
Cool.
And another guest.
Ooh, do you remember
Thanks
who
for
it is?
watching. It is next week. Is Taylor.
Oh,
December
Taylor
3rd.
Hamill. All
Taylor
right.
Hamill, yeah.
Great. All right. Have a nice night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.